say something funny on the spot like that, Swap says. My name is Adam Cianciarulo. Check out my bike. If I didn't have it, I wouldn't even be a pro racer. You just get on these things and they basically ride for you. So, yeah, I think the bike. The one big thing I noticed about the bike different from last year is I feel like our front end traction is a lot better in the corners. Like we're able to kind of turn it more on a dime. We're able to cut out of the corners and stuff like that. And overall, I like my bike pretty balanced. We have a really good, probably, I mean, the best I've felt so far, settings wise. I actually did a little bit even more testing this week. So as far as turn, always the fight is getting traction in the corners and still having that rear end stay down in the whoops and drive forward, you know. So I mean, that's always a little bit of give and take, but we've got a pretty good spot right now with that, where we feel like we kind of have the best of both worlds. So but as far as changes, these things change very little in between year to year. So I didn't hop on this bike and say, wow, this is different, or you know, that's different. But overall, I think it's also a little bit faster too, so that's nice. A little bit easier to grab some of the triples out of the corners and stuff like that. And yeah, overall, I think definitely an improvement from last year. Yeah, it's crazy because even like if I ride a practice bike, that to me feels not slow, but you know, you ride a race bike and you ride your practice bike, which is still, our practice bikes are like pretty much everything you can buy on a bike, and those kind of feel slow. So when I like every now and again for like the Cowie intros and stuff, I'll ride a stock bike and I'm like, it's a considerable amount, you know, and you just forget it's all stock bikes. I mean, it's not slow, like it's not, you know, it's not actually slow. We just get so spoiled on these things that I completely forget, you know. Luckily for me, I've been fortunate enough to have really good support kind of my whole amateur career and my whole pro career, so I've always been able to be on top level equipment. And definitely going back to stock is it's different, man. You forget how much of a difference it is. I'm really picky about how tight and how loose my steering is. It's got to be in the perfect spot. Handlebars, I probably changed. I mean, especially from growing a lot, these last, you know, few years, I've probably raced them probably 10 times, honestly. Like, it's just so many different setups. So we got a good setup with that now. We're kind of stuck where we're at there. And then I have -5 foot pegs, get me a little bit, because I'm a little bit of a taller guy now. Lever position always kind of has to be the same. I kind of like my levers a little bit down. Actually, my front brake I like a little bit higher than my clutch for some reason. But yeah, as far as that goes, I'm pretty picky in general. Like, if I get on a new bike and it's a new frame and it kind of sits a little bit higher in the rear, I'm really uncomfortable with that. So especially when I get on a new bike, I'm breaking my race bike, I like to overshoot some jumps and stuff and stretch the frame out and get it nice and comfy.